Hey, welcome back to my channel. It's Ford and back and I'm out on my wheel. It's the INMOTION V11 electric unicycle. Here we are, just rolling again. Another day in the sun. This is Brisbane, Queensland, and this is an electric unicycle. It's an EUC. That's what they call it. Some people call it other things, an E-wheel, a one wheel, a mono wheel, a solo wheel, half bike, little car. Call it whatever. It sits between your feet and it balances, and you lean forwards or back and you roll and you get to where you need to go. This is what we're doing today. The usual commute, but we're on the different scoot. Still takes those stairs well. So we've got the GRIZZLA pads on the V11, and what we've done is taken the plates from the KINGSONG S22, and we've taken the GRIZZLA plates, which they sell on their website. You can use the code BACK5 and get 5% discount on GRIZZLA, and you get yourself a set of the plates, and then you get a set of pads. So the pads are designed in different sizes, and these plates just allow you to get a good grip on the wheel. They do sell a specific V11 side plate, but I'd already ordered these for the KINGSONG, so I was sort of stuck with them. I modified them by just drilling 2 holes, which could then, I could use the screws from the V11 from the pedal hangers to just attach the bottom of the plates, and then I've just used double-sided tape, and they seem to be holding up really well. It's really nice to be back on the V11. Eating up these little bumps it's so much more comfortable on this V11 than it was on the S22. So look, today I guess we can do a bit of a comparison about this usual roll that I do now that I've just stepped off the S22 and I'm back on the V11. So thanks for coming back to my channel. I'll try to keep it a bit of a short video, just a bit of a roll around to get the feel of the V11 again. Yeah, I'll put some music on and get into the city. Thanks for watching. So yeah, things have changed. They've taken a new direction for now. And it took me a little while to get over my little sadness not having the KINGSONG anymore. It was definitely a good looking wheel. I felt nice when I was out and about on that little pony, but I feel pretty nice out and about on this and dressed up with these GRIZZLA pads. Yeah, it's a good wheel, still a good wheel. My INMOTION V11, it must be coming up to about 8,000 kilometers. So traveling along this section, I don't get any tilt back on this wheel, or I didn't on the KINGSONG S22, and both I'm going at the same sort of speeds, and this is a long stretch, so I do put some speed into this, and I've got to say they both sort of handle this bit okay. This is a slight downhill, so going this direction, there's not much wind about today, and it's a nice day. So yeah, everything goes well up to this point. I really couldn't fault either wheel, and you'd be able to do the same thing really well on each wheel. So this one's just a little bit lighter and easier to flick around. So yeah, maybe a little bit more comfortable over those little bumps and your sort of transitions between curbs and cement. On the V11, the KINGSONG had a bit more of a cushiony feel when you take it over bigger drops, but the smaller drops you perhaps didn't feel. You also had a larger tyre on the KINGSONG S22, so that sort of took some of those smaller bumps out of it anyway. And it was actually a little bit nicer, I think, having a bigger tyre, a bigger wheel diameter. But this is an 18-inch on the V11, still gets along okay. where we live, we've got a speed limit set on our electric vehicles. At the moment, it's 25 kilometers on a bikeway or shared pathway. They'll soon change that, and things are going to drop even further to 12.5 kilometers per hour on a shared pathway. So the police have been out in my city just enforcing that with some radar guns on the pathways. So I think it's really important to set your limits and make sure that your PEV is limited to the speed limit. So you can go into your app on both INMOTION, KINGSONG, and the third parties, which is Darkness Spot or EUC World, and adjust your maximum speed. So that way you won't go over the speed limit, and you don't have to worry about accidentally, leaning a bit forward and pushing it. So I think it's really important to represent the EUC world and try to show that we're responsible. And these conditions here, there's a lot of people, it's unpredictable, there's kids, there's dogs, there's things that just jump out. A lot of people riding around on bikes that are going faster than we are, but they don't seem to have laws. So anyway, keep yourself in check, and let's do the responsible thing and keep us all rolling, because I guess if they took this away, that'd suck. So 25 kilometers is better than no kilometers per hour. So I'll stick to that. I've set my limits today, and then we get a bit of a tilt back if I'm getting close to 25 kilometers per hour. And then it also gives me a verbal warning as well. Okay, I think the KINGSONG S22 actually looked like a nicer wheel, but the V11 still gets plenty of attention. I think any electric unicycle that you're on, people will stop and look, and that's part of it. So the other thing, the battery life, the range, they seem to be about the same up to this point. I didn't do a full range test on the S22, but I made this trip a couple of times, and what I found, it was kind of on par with the V11. I didn't really get to push that back half of the battery, so I can't really tell, but I get about 70 kilometer range out of the V11, and I'd be guessing it'll be about the same. So they're both doing the same thing in the range department. No hassles there. It gets me where I need to go off one charge. So anyway, I hope I can pull enough content out of this V11 for the next few months to keep you all watching my channel before the V13 comes. Big brother, big mama V13 on the way. Gonna be beautiful. Seen some videos and it looks tall. It looks like it's gonna control me more than I'm gonna control it, and I'm okay with that. Pass the control on to the big mama. But what I'm seeing, it is gonna be a tall, heavy wheel. I'm okay with that. I used to ride a motorbike. I still do sometimes, and that's tall and heavy too. Does fun stuff. So I'm all for fun stuff. Few things. I guess, how many wheels do you need? You need one wheel that works. No, not a one wheel. Well, one EUC. That works. Something that works for you and gets you where you need to go. V11, a trusted old friend. Yeah, I don't trust anything or anyone. Right, you have a good day, good night, good afternoon, good evening, and I'll see you next time, probably soon again I think, and for another video. Enjoy yourself and the things you do. Bye. Until then, bye for now.
Forward, and then back.